180 kilometers into this race, and the last 10 kilometers is Jebel Hafit. And I get there. Already, I'm tired. We're 180 kilometers in. I've been pushing tempo for literally the past 5 hours. Get there, and I start cramping. And I'm trying my best to get up this climb, and my legs are cramping, and I'm tired. My heart's beating through my chest. It's hot, really hot, because there's no wind on a climb. And so I'm just sitting there like, oh my gosh, I can't stand. I have to push really low cadence, because if I pushed high cadence, for some strange reason, my legs were cramping. So I had to put a lot of torque and go really low cadence for that entire climb. And then if I stopped, then I was just not a fun experience. Anyways, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, bro, this sucks. I hate this. Why did I choose to do this? Why? This is so stupid. And this one rider, I passed him a few hours back, and he comes cruising past me, and he's like, how you doing today, brother? And I'm like, bro, I hate this. I am in so much pain. And I'm like, oh, it's not fun anymore. I'm not really enjoying this. And he was like, don't worry about it, bro. It's such a great day to be out here. Such a blessing that we're able to use our bodies, to ride our bikes, to be able to go up this climb. They closed off the roads for us. It's a beautiful 22-degree day. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, why is this guy lecturing me? But it was in that moment, as he's passing me, that I realized we both did the same event. We literally both did 180 kilometers before this. Yet, he's out here looking at it like a blessing, and I'm out here complaining. So in today's video, we're going to talk exactly about mindset, about how you, as an athlete, as a cyclist, can get through your training, can get through your events, can get through your races, and can get through life, approaching everything from that mindset that actually is going to guarantee success in everything that you do. My name is Eli. I'm a strength coach for cyclists. Let's dive in. So there's going to be two books specifically that I reference throughout this. Number one is going to be The Desert Fathers, Sayings of the Early Christian Monks, and number two is going to be, you might have heard of it, Psycho-Cybernetics. And both of these books have been fundamental in the way I have changed my mindset over the past few years, especially going through hard times and hard intervals. Because here's the deal. The way we speak to ourselves matters, especially in hard times, hard intervals, hard races, whatever it is. It's easy to speak to yourself kindly when everything is going great. It's easy to be like, you have so much self-control, this is easy, life is great, when everything is genuinely going great. But it's in the fire, it's in the pain, it's in the discomfort that our character is actually being tested. In the Desert Fathers book, there's a hermit that said, we do not make progress because we do not realize how much we can do. We lose interest in the work that we've begun, and we want to be good without even trying. And I think this is fundamental of how a lot of us see the world nowadays, or a lot of us approach work, a lot of us approach our training or our faith or our family or our work, whatever it is. We just want to be good without even trying. We don't want to put in the work because the work is hard. It's uncomfortable. It's painful. And I'm guilty of this too. Very guilty of this. I think just a few days ago, I was on the trainer. And let me tell you, if you know me at all, you know I absolutely hate the trainer. But I was on the trainer and I'm getting a workout in and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, bro, this sucks. I hate this. I don't want to do it. And at some point, I think 20 minutes into a 1 hour interval, I was just like, okay, that's enough. And I stopped. And that's on me. I could have done better, but I decided not to. And I called that out immediately. Next day, I got on the trainer and did the same workout and finished it. Because in that first day, the day I gave up, the day I decided to call it quits early, I was thinking to myself, this is hard and I don't want to do it. But yet, I'm sitting there thinking I want to get the results without actually putting in the work. And so mindset-wise, we have to understand that results are the inevitable consequence of the work that we do. Today, you reap what you sow. So if you want to be able to get to the 3, 4, 5, 6 watts per kilo, you have to be able to put in the work and push yourself through the discomfort. And now this is where the framework shifts, the mental framework for actually getting through that discomfort. This is where Psycho-Cybernetics comes into play. So if you've heard of this book, if you haven't heard of this book, it was a big learning point for me, something that's helped me significantly in business specifically, but also on the bike, also in my training. Let me take a sip of my beetroot juice here. Basically, this is the whole thing. You reap what you sow, but your thoughts control that. So there's a circumstance. From the circumstance come certain thoughts. From the thoughts come feelings. From the feelings come actions. From the actions come results. Okay? I'm going to give you a story that literally just happened about 10 seconds ago so you understand. I've already recorded this video twice now. 2 times. And the first time I did it was last week, and the audio was just garbage. There was this hissing sound and I wasn't able to get rid of it. My editor couldn't do anything about it. So we decided to redo the video. 10 seconds ago, or literally now maybe about 15 minutes ago, I recorded this entire video and I just realized that my audio cut out again, and I recorded it and had no idea. So the circumstance in this case was I recorded this video 2 times already and I was not able to post it because my audio got corrupted. Okay, the thoughts that I had to myself, honestly, just being 100% transparent with you guys here, my thoughts were, this is so stupid. I've recorded this already twice. I don't want to do this again. Why would I record this for a 3rd time? I hate this. You guys can probably feel how I'm feeling right now. But that kind of led me to feeling, okay, this is stupid. I don't want to record this anymore. I'm going to give up. The result of that would have been not recording anything, and this never would have seen the light of day. And then the action would have been no recording, and then result, nothing on YouTube. However, changed my thoughts. Well, for the most part, I tried changing my thoughts to, it's okay, I'm going to do this again. It's okay that I lost audio. It just means I can maybe make this a little bit better. The feeling was, okay, I know I'm frustrated, but it's okay because I get to do this again and make it better. So at least there is some good to this. The action was, I am now re-recording this, and the result is it's going out on YouTube better than it was originally going to be. Now let's apply this to my actual training. We'll apply it to the story that we did at the beginning of this video. Circumstance, I get to the climb 180 kilometers in and I'm tired, I'm in pain, my legs are cramping, and I'm not enjoying it. Okay, thoughts, this sucks, I hate this, I don't want to do this anymore. Feeling, discouraged, upset, wanting to give up. The action, which was going to be pretty close, is walking my bike up the climb. Now, thank God I didn't, and I actually continued going, but that would have been an action if I allowed those thoughts to take over. And then result would have been a slower time, feeling a little bit like smart, like how did I walk up this climb instead of riding up this climb, feeling like depressed about it, looking back and not being happy with my performance, not being happy that I settled to walk up a climb. Now, I didn't, because that guy helped me change my thoughts. So 180 kilometers in, that's a circumstance, my legs are cramping, I'm not enjoying it. Thoughts, it's okay, we're almost at the end, 45 minutes to go, keep pedaling, you're almost there. Feeling, optimistic, we're almost at the end, and I think I can do this. Action, I did actually continue to pedal. Result, we made it up the climb without getting off the bike and walking. All because this one guy came past me. So as you can see, we cannot control the circumstances a lot of the time, but we can control our thoughts. We can control the thoughts, which then control the feelings and the actions and the results of everything that we're doing. And I think that is probably the biggest shift. Now, the last thing that we have to do here to control our thoughts is to be aware of our thoughts. Because if you're not aware of the thoughts that are going through your mind, you're never going to be able to change them. So this is where mindfulness comes into play. Self-awareness is probably the biggest skill that we would need to actually cultivate in order to do this, in order to change the mindset. Because if we have no self-awareness of our thoughts, of what our mind is telling us, you're never going to be able to change your thoughts. So taking the time every once in a while throughout the day to sit there, cultivate self-awareness, ask yourself, scale of 1 to 10, how am I feeling? What am I feeling? Why am I feeling that? Okay, what am I thinking? Why am I thinking that? What happened to cause me to think that? Are those thoughts true? This is a framework that in psychotherapy we call keeping a thought record. In Christianity, if you're a Christian like I am, we call taking thoughts captive. Are these thoughts true? No, there's no point in thinking them. We actually then take that thought and actually what is the truth and think that instead. Are these thoughts noble, just, pure, honorable, commendable? No. How can we make them true, noble, pure, honorable, commendable? Finally, if you're on the Christian side of things like I am, is this thought obedient to Christ and God's will? If not, why would I waste mental energy allowing a thought to control my life that is completely contrary to what God wants for me, that is completely contrary to what the truth is, what I'm able to do? So for example, a thought like, I'm a failure. Is that thought true? No. Because just because I failed at something doesn't make me a failure. It means there's something to learn from. It's said of Thomas Edison that he failed 10,000 times at making the light bulb. Now, did this make him a failure? Well, he replied, no, I have not failed. I've only found 10,000 ways not to succeed. And so are you allowing your circumstances and the results of your life to dictate your character and who you are? And so sometimes we have to sit there and actually ask whether these thoughts are true or not. Because the greatest lies are shrouded in truth. They start with a little kernel of truth and then they build all these stuff on top of it. So for example, in a painful training session or in a race or something like that, the lie is, I'm not able to do this. This hurts. This sucks. I'm not going to be able to finish this. I'm not able to get to the end of this interval, to the end of this race, whatever it is. The truth there is, it's painful. It sucks. It hurts. But the lie is that you are not able to do it. So being able to be aware of that is actually what is step one in changing it. Last note here is this is not a one-step process. You're not going to wake up one day, do this one time, and your mindset is fixed forever. This is a day by day, hour by hour, sometimes minute by minute, sometimes when you're on the bike and pushing really hard, second by second thing. Every time you spin the pedals, you have to think to yourself, just keep spinning those pedals. And that's the thought that is going to allow you to take the action of keep spinning and get to the end of that interval. Anyways, if you guys like this, I'm glad. If you're on a time crunch, if you are a cyclist who works really hard off the bike, you have a very demanding job, have very little time to train, and you are time crunched, but you are still interested in getting stronger and faster and leaner, I just put a video literally called The Busy Cyclist Guide to Getting Faster with Less Training. You guys can watch it. It's in the link in the description. Hope you enjoy. We'll catch you next time.